Look, ladies and gentlemen, we got to discuss something involving Lonzo Ball. We have breaking news today. If you are living under a rock, Lonzo Ball and his brother, Leangelo Ball, you already know Triple B's, Demo, and company. These guys have started a podcast and it's going down. The Way Show episode 2 dropped, and Lonzo Ball made key revelations on what's going on and what has went on with his knee situation. I mean, the Bulls didn't even release this, you know. Basically, he went right into it. We ain't gonna cut no corners. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe if you want more news updates and more involved in this Lonzo Ball situation. You already know. Um, Lonzo discussed something basically saying it all started, with the knee injury that happened, the meniscus tear in Los Angeles, and it pretty much was a trickling down effect that which led to where he is right now. And he basically said it went bone on bone. He had little to no cartilage left. He had to get new cartilage. I mean, it was just we're gonna get all into it. We ain't even get started. I got all access with me, Dex. What's the deal on this situation involving Lonzo Ball? Give us your thoughts. What was your thoughts when you heard this news on episode 2 of the Way Show?
Yes, first of all, shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest in these streets. Yes, like it was very, very telling that Lonzo was so forthright about his injury, botched surgery, curiosity of where the origin of the pain and how can that be remedied, and for Lonzo to admit that he had a surgery that consisted of donor tissue. And a lot of professional athletes wouldn't go that far into depth about the details about a surgery that's dealing with a meniscus, which is pretty routine these days in the NBA. But somehow, somewhere, the surgery was botched. We know where it was botched at, and the big baller himself, LeVar Ball, graced our panel on several occasions, giving us slight but shadow details on the Lonzo Ball surgery, the botched surgery, and his recovery. And we appreciate the big baller for updating us on a surface level of what was going on with his eldest son, Lonzo Ball. But he came, ZO2 came with the goods. And he clarified and cleared the streets of all misrepresentation, misinformation, and disinformation concerning his surgery and recovery back to the NBA. And I was very pleased in flight to hear that he will be back on the hard court. The confidence that he has exerted from his normal shy, short sentence, bland answers from yesteryears. This is a new Lonzo Ball. He's coming through thorough, and he's ready to feast on the NBA, and especially the naysayers, the doubters, and the disbelievers who thought that his career was over. What are those blowhards that try to exemplify Zoe is done? Lonzo is donezo. Where are those dunce? Where are those dummies that went out ahead of themselves and tried to bury Lonzo? And what they forgot, CO2 is a seed. So I don't care how much dirt you put on him, he's going to grow out of the soil and blossom into what we're going to see when he gets back on the court. Breaking news. There is some talks about Lonzo availability for other teams in the NBA, and we will see how this unfolds and if the Bulls are going to hold Lonzo and as Lonzo pick up his player option, or will they seek to send him on his merry way to another team that will accept his services and will allow Lonzo Ball to make an indelible mark on his career in the NBA in another uniform.
Right.
So let's see how this unfolds. Like,
Right. Also, he came out and said basically he had to get a bone allograft. Basically when it was no bone after tearing his meniscus so many times, pardon me, no more cartilage after tearing it so many times, it led to bone on bone and it messed up the bone, which led to him having to get all of these different procedures done, but he did state that 1 year of this process, it was basically a wasted year because they was trying to figure out what was going on, so he did point that out, so it was just a lot of different things, and it was a lot of honest things. He spoke to some mismanagement. Who the hell is just sitting around waiting to figure out what's going on? I mean, I don't know. But he did say he expects to be there for Chicago, opening night. What did you? What's your thoughts on the news of him saying these things? Because I feel like we are literally, days and moments away from seeing Lonzo take the floor once again.
yes, if it's up to Acme, AKME, Arturis Kornitsakova, or Mark Eversley, if it's up to that administration of the Chicago Bulls, who were doing a superb job a few years ago and had the Chicago Bulls in the number one seed in half of a season play, putting together a cornucopia of various talent in one season, it almost catapults them to executives of the year. So with that wonderful feeling, I'm quite sure they will enter the season with that same exact team and see what it does in the first half of the season. And if that team doesn't hold up its worth of salt, then I think that Acme, the combination of AK and ME, will seek to sever parts with multiple players upon the Chicago Bull top tier talent. Like,
Yeah, I just can't believe how Lonzo Ball, recovered from all of this. I can't wait, to see it. Hearing him speak, he basically saying that he's been dunking. He's got hops right now, but it's not where he wants to be. He sounds very confident, very, happy. So that is a good time, right now if you're a Lonzo Ball fan because I think he has a chance to do something special. What can the Bulls expect, briefly, um, when Lonzo takes the floor if he's 100% healthy? What does he do for this team? Let's say DeMar comes back, on a 1 year deal on big money. What can the Bulls fans expect, with a healthy Lonzo put in with that roster?
they should expect excitement, competitiveness, and winning Chicago basketball ways. Lonzo Ball turned back the clock on the Chicago Bulls inside the United Center, and C. Red was very, very elated to be able to go in and out, day in and day out, witnessing that kind of excitement for the Chicago Bulls. And it reinvigorated the fan base to see the Bulls as a serious contender in the Eastern Conference and hopefully fight. With the healthy Lonzo Ball rejoining the Bulls, they can continue their winning ways and be 50% of the Eastern Conference championship game representation. And also, I will end on this note. The Bulls are really hoping to see that version of Lonzo that was with the Lakers in his second year, playing on alongside LeBron James when they played the Charlotte Hornets, and Lonzo Ball and LeBron James both got a triple double. And it was, I believe, the first time it happened in the Laker uniform, when was Kareem and Magic was pairing together as a teammate.
Right. Shout out everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports. You already know what